Nearly every video needs lower thirds. These are the graphics that go at the bottom of the screen and identify who we're seeing and why we should care. Most NLEs have their own title tools or basic type generating programs. However, none of them are as good as Photoshop. Let's go ahead and build a lower third from scratch. I'll go ahead and choose File, New, and I'll use one of the new video presets that works with non-square pixels inside of Photoshop CS. From the preset menu, I'm going to choose NTSC Digital Video, 720 by 480 with guides. This will give me a template that's sized for use with digital video footage or a DVD. If you're building widescreen or standard def material, or working in PAL, you'll find that there are presets there as well. The technique I'm about to show you will work with any preset here, but most of you are likely working with digital video material, so I'm going to go ahead and start there. You'll notice that all the correct information is plugged in here for the width and the height, the color mode. If you want, you can give this a name in advance, lower third demo, and click OK. The first time you take advantage of Photoshop CS's ability to display non-square pixels, you'll get a warning dialog box. Photoshop is telling you that the non-square pixels that are displayed on screen are for preview purposes only, and that the image quality is not as good. This means you may see some anti-aliasing or compression errors on screen that won't be there when you save off your final graphic. I'm going to say, don't tell me this again, because after the first time, I'm going to know it. And I click OK. Photoshop then opens up a new document that's sized for my format, in this case, digital video. And you'll see that it has added two sets of guides. The outside box is called Action Safe, and it marks off 90% of the viewable area. All items that are meant to be seen should fall inside of Action Safe. All items that are meant to be read need to fall inside this next box, which is called Title Safe. This is 80% of the viewable area. All text that's meant to be read needs to fall inside of Title Safe. If you don't follow these rules, text will get cut off when you display it on a television screen. Let's go ahead and put a placeholder image back here so we can make some judgments about color and how the graphic will look when keyed over a video source. I'm going to click on my file browser icon here and call up the contents. You'll see here we have a DVD-ROM. I'll go ahead and open that DVD-ROM up and navigate to some of my bonus materials. I've collected a wide assortment of stock images for you to make it easier to practice Photoshop. You'll find tons of images, textures, fonts, demos on the DVD-ROM that came with this book. Be sure to explore all the folders because you might be surprised just how much good stuff is there. I go ahead and click on Stock Images, and I'm going to use a sample image from the Photo Galaxy collection. You see we have large thumbnails here, and we could further tweak this by adjusting some of our menu commands. For example, under the View menu, I can ask to see my custom thumbnail size. Earlier I specified 350 pixels, so in this case I get a very large preview. You can also perform automation commands, as well as move, delete, and copy files. I'm going to go ahead and use this image here as a basis. I double click and it will open up. If there's an embedded color profile, tell it to discard the profile and not use it for color management. When done, you can close the file browser. You'll notice that this image looks smaller than my lower third demo image. However, notice closely this. We are viewing the Meadow image at 33% of its size. We've shrunk it down to fit on screen. my lower third demo image is at 100%. When we drag our layer from the Layers palette into the lower third demo and release, we'll see that the entire image is not viewable. I'm going to go ahead and press Command-T for free transform, followed by Command-0 to see the entire image. On a PC, that would be Control-T and Control-0. I can now hold down the Shift key, grab a corner, and pull until I get the image the size that I would like to use it. You'll notice that it's snapping into place, and if this bothers you, go to the View menu and turn off snapping, which will make it easier for you to do finer drags. When satisfied, you can press the Commit button or simply press Return. Command-0 or Control-0 will again set the image to fit on screen. A more useful command is Command-Option-0 or Control-Alt-0 on a PC. That's to view actual pixels, which really means that you're looking at the image at 100% magnification. Photoshop CS automatically reinterprets a square pixel image when you add it to a non-square pixel document. Next, I'm going to add my bar for the lower third. I make a new layer by clicking on the New Layer icon, grab my elliptical marquee by pressing M for marquee. I can now draw the box out where the text will rest on. Using a colored bar helps lift the text off the page. When we place type over a moving video background, it gets very difficult to read. Using some sort of colored wash will make the text clearer and much easier to digest quickly. I'm going to switch to the Gradient tool by pressing G for Gradient. You can come to the Options bar here and click on the Gradient Picker and select from any of the presets. Feel free to load additional gradients as well. I'll use Color Harmonies. You'll see there are several choices to choose from, and these can just be starting points. I'll use this yellow to purple gradient to begin with. If I'd like, I can double-click on the gradient and bring up the gradient editor. This allows me to change the colors used in the gradient. For example, I can choose this purple stop by double-clicking on it and even coming to my document and eyedroppering on a color to select it. I can adjust the middle slider here as well. When satisfied, I click OK. I could then grab the gradient, click, and drag through.